no longer news that President Bola Tinubu on Tuesday during his national broadcast declared a state of emergency in Rivers State, which led to the suspension of Governor Siminalayi Fubara, his deputy, and members of the State House of Assembly. To this end, Rivers people witnessed the heavy presence of security patrol immediately after the broadcast, as well as on Wednesday morning, as fears gripped residents. In this report, our correspondent Dele Fason takes a look at the emergency rules and lessons learned. The report.
It all started on October 29, 2023, when hoodlums bombed a section of the State House of Assembly following political fallout between Fubara and his predecessor, now FCT Minister Nyesom Wike. This led to the demolition of a section of the Assembly complex 1 week after, to prevent any impeachment plan by 27 lawmakers loyal to the FCT minister. In December 2023, the 27 lawmakers were said to have been defected from the PDP to the APC, which is still triggering a constitutional debate and court rulings. While on the 7th of October 2024, 3 local government secretariats were set ablaze by hoodlums protesting the result of the local government elections won by the governor's loyalists in the APP. Some legal practitioners, which include the first vice president of the Nigerian Bar Association, John Aikpopo Martins, said the declaration of the state of emergency is unconstitutional.
The declaration of the state of emergency in Rivers State by President Bola Tinubu yesterday is totally unconstitutional. It's tyrannical and it's shameless, in the sense that there is nowhere in the Constitution. I want to react directly to the suspension of the governor, the deputy governor, and the members of the House of Assembly, which are the democratic institutions in Rivers State. I want to say without mincing words that the action of Mr. President amounts to a coup d'etat against civilian rule in Rivers State. The Constitution provides directly that no part of Nigeria can be ruled outside the provisions of the Constitution of Nigeria.
The president relying on Section 3055, the failure of the governor to seek for an emergency rule that prompted him to do that. Well, I feel that is what he has just done was not proper. What was for there to be an emergency rule, the Section 3053C clearly showed that there should be a total breakdown of land order. That there was a pipeline being brought somewhere does not make it a breakdown of land order. So I feel that what he did first, and that the proclamation that it must be done within immediate effect, is also wrong, because for it to take effect, the National Assembly ought to have passed a resolution.
Relevant portion of the Constitution, I think Section 305 thereof, gives President power for proclamation of emergency in a state or in the federation, subject to that proclamation being ratified by 2/3 majority in each house of National Assembly, that is the Senate and the House of Representatives.
On the lessons to be learned from the emergency rule in Rivers after the Supreme Court judgment, the legal practitioners put the blame on the legal process and godfatherism.
I have said, and I will say it again, that the problem of this country is situated in the legal profession, the bench and the bar. This whole problem that's happening in Rivers State has a lot to do 90% with the law. These matters went to court. Lawyers propounded the principles, and the court gave meaning to them by their judgments. Now go back artistically to look at the judgments of court, look at the processes filed in court. Most of them were in bad faith. We have lawyers. I mean, there's some basic things in law that we should know. Judgments coming out, are they the kind of judgment we expect in this kind of cases? So those are the beginning of the issues. So Nigerians will keep an eye on the legal profession.
Well, godfatherism is a problem. And then, but in Nigeria, it's going to be difficult for us not to have godfatherism, because it is the way the parties are structured. He who has the fund takes care of everything. So for there to be primaries, during primaries, it is the godfathers that choose who will even be least among those that will be in the primary. So really, the lesson Then let us see how we can do without government.
As Nigerians from all walks of life await the expiration of the 6-month suspension as the emergency rule headed by former Chief of Naval Staff Vice Admiral Ibok Ibas retired resumes office, the democratic tenets of the country will be put at test, taking into consideration the call by civil society groups and the NBA for the president to have a rethink. From Rivers State, Daily Fason reporting for Galaxy TV News.